where are we in terms of current levels in the US for mycotoxins, primarily in corn, of course, because that's our main ingredient in the swine diets, but we can talk wheat as well for those out west. So could you maybe give us some information as to what we're seeing?
Sure, I can start. Yeah, so Cargill undertakes a pretty extensive corn survey about this time of year. We leverage Cargill buying areas beyond animal nutrition, as well as samples from our customers that we analyze, and so we end up with several thousand samples of corn through this corn survey before the thing's finished toward the end of the calendar year. The trends we're seeing right now through about 1,600 samples we've looked at, it's a little bit lower overall, I'd say, in terms of mycotoxin loads this year. But like every year in the United States, there are pockets that are evolving that we need to keep an eye on. As you probably recall, last year, we had a lot of DON vomitoxin out in the eastern corn belt, and it's still out there. It's not quite as high this year. We seem to see a little bit more DON occurring back into the center of the corn belt. In our survey last week, we noticed that Indiana, Illinois, Iowa, Wisconsin, and Michigan, our averages were all over a half a part per million, which is not terribly alarming in its own right. But if your average is half a part per million, you've got some samples that are significantly higher than that. So that's the general trend in the aflatoxin arena, vomitoxin arena. The aflatoxin a little bit lower this year in the Mid-South than in some other years. We've seen some interesting little spikes in like Colorado and Mississippi in our survey, up averaging a little over 10 parts per billion. And fumonisin levels, which often are pretty high in the Mid-South, seem to have moved just a little bit east this year. So we're seeing some of our highest levels in Tennessee and North Carolina. So that's a few of the trends we've been seeing in the survey up till now.